On Friday, the announcement was made to stop action with Silicon Valley Bank. Over the weekend, though, Janet Yellen and the Fed stepped in and said, you know what? We're going to make you all whole. That led to the crypto market rallying today, except for XRP. That has to do with how much exposure Ripple Labs has to Silicon Valley Bank. Oh, it's great to see a whole bunch of green on the heat map. And remember, hit that subscribe button because tomorrow, 8:30 a.m., CPI data, the biggest factor out there that moves crypto. Bitcoin up 8%, 22,097. ETH up 7%, 1585. XRP, though, down 0.84. One of the few in the market that's not bouncing back. It has to do with exposure to Silicon Valley Bank. I'll get you caught up with that. You got XLM up 0.8%, sitting at 8.1. Like I said, most of the market, though, is looking good, and that has to do with Silicon Valley Bank getting some relief. And I've got the press release for you that lets us know that one of our friends is out of trouble, and that is Circle. As always, any article you see in this video will be linked in the description below. 3.3 billion USDC reserve risk removed, dollar deep peg closes. Following the joint announcement today by the U.S. Treasury Secretary and Janet Yellen and U.S. prudential regulators, all depositors within Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Valley Bank, which was closed by regulators today, will be made whole. The $3.3 billion USDC reserve deposit held at Silicon Valley Bank, about 8% of USDC total reserve, will be fully available when the bank reopens this morning. Hot breaking news that broke just an hour ago this morning. Stablecoin USDC nearly regains $1 peg after Circle says 3.3 billion held with SVB will be available. Here is that price action for you. All right. So like I said, they held the dollar peg for a while, and then when the action broke on the 10th, that was it. Took it all the way down to 87 cents. Yep, and has since reclawed its way back, sitting there at just at 0.989. Now, market cap, though, that is where the real damage is done. And remember, Stellar uses USDC for settlement action, so this was one that we were all watching, and I don't think a lot of us were thinking that USDC would have problems, but guess what? They're going to be made whole. The damage, though, has been done. Even though they're going to be made whole, look at the market cap up on the screen. This is for the last month. Because see, before the action, we were sitting at right at 43.5 billion. We are right now sitting at 40.74. So we lost right about 10% of market cap during that move. Now, granted, it went down quite a bit and got to that 36 billion mark, has clawed its way back. But still, damage has been done. But the market's like, you know what? We're breathing a sigh of relief. Yellen and others out there are going to make sure that everyone is made whole. That's why you see massive, massive green in the heat map, except for the likes of XRP. Holst declares no impact amid CGEX's limited signature bank exposure. Yep, you're going to hear a lot about it, and we're going to get into Brad soon. CGEX's limited exposure to Signature Bank. I want to confirm that CGEX has no exposure to Silvergate Capital Corporation or Silicon Valley Bank. In addition, we have made limited exposure to Signature Bank, where depositors will be made whole as per the Federal Reserve's announcement. This came from the founder and CEO, Lars Holst, who wrote that in a LinkedIn post. So people are coming out there, firms are coming out there as fast as they can. We have no exposure, we have no exposure. And the reason they want to do that is to make sure that people that are into their product, into their business are like, yo, okay, cool. So they're not going to be messed up with this banking transaction mess right now. And that's where we come into problems with Brad Garlinghouse and Ripple. On Friday, rumors were out there that there was over $3 billion of money held at one of those banks by Ripple Labs. That sent the price of XRP down faster than the rest of the market because of that exposure news. On Friday, Schwartz, CTO of Ripple, said, hey, you know what? I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to wait for an official announcement to happen later on. We were all sitting here waiting for the official announcement to come from Ripple Labs. But instead, Brad Garlinghouse gets on there to reassure everyone. And the reason he's reassuring everyone is because of this. Market rallies 5, 6, 7%. XRP is still down 1%. That is bad. XRP missing out on the rally. Ripple Labs missing out on the rally. Let's get to that tweet from Brad. And guess what? My Twitter information is linked below, where some of these stories I break even sooner than on YouTube, so follow me on Twitter. Setting the record straight on SVBQs. Ripple had some exposure to SVB, Silicon Valley Bank. It was a banking partner and sold some of our cash balance. Fortunately, we expect no disruption to our day-to-day business, and already held a majority of our USD with a broader network of banking partners. So basically what Brad is saying is, hey, yeah, of course we had money there in the bank, right? They were a digital asset friendly bank, right? Someone that we used in the area, Silicon Valley Bank, come on guys, in their backyard. He's like, all right, so we got some money in there, but it's not going to affect us day-to-day wise. Now, we have yet to see an official announcement from Ripple Labs themselves, but let's continue on to see what Brad says. Obviously, a lot is still unknown about what happens with SVB. And as the case with many others, we hope to have more details soon. But rest assured, Ripple remains strong financial position. It's ironic that so much of what's happening as some companies scramble to make payroll highlights how broken our financial systems are. Wires are still not 24/7, 365. Rumors lead to collapses and the frictions of moving money within a deeply fragmented system. That's right. Because in the crypto environment, we can move money 24/7. But these banks, do you know why they were trying so hard to get a bailout over the weekend? Because when business resumed on Monday, they didn't want a full-on run, panic, mass hysteria. They wanted to make it happen over the weekend. The problem is, though, they couldn't move the money over the weekend because that's not how traditional money works. Oh, we need blockchain, everyone, so bad. But right now, Brad Garlinghouse did tell us that Ripple Labs will be working business as usual. The market, though, hey, the market's saying, hey, you know what? That's not enough. We want to know specifics. That's why you're seeing XRP down right now 1%, where Litecoin is up 8.6%, BNB up 6%, ETH 7%, Bitcoin 7.8%. Market's worried, man, but Brad Garlinghouse is out there saying, guess what, guys? We will be okay, as we had very little exposure to SVB. That has been very interesting watching this whole situation unfold. For those of you that are following the channel, subscribed, and have the notification bell where you get videos right away, you have been able to keep up with this story since the second it broke. That's right, I have been on top of this since the beginning. What concerns me is this. You had the entire market pull down because of this mess, all right? People were freaking out with Stellar going, hey, wait a minute, Circle USDC, there's some problems there, 3.3 billion held up, what's gonna happen? People also like, hey, Ripple Labs uses, Silicon Valley Bank, maybe they got some exposure. So the problem lies with this. Whole market came down big time. We saw that. Bitcoin going into 20,000. It was getting scary, wasn't it? But then what happened? Silicon Valley Bank and others, Signature, right, said, hey, we're going to be made whole. If you have money in our banks, you're going to be good. Whole market goes up except for XRP. The market wanted more clarity, and they wanted clarity right away. I can tell you right now, after watching crypto and everything that's been happening now for several years very closely, if you don't act fast with an announcement regarding money, exposure, and so forth, the market sells off on you. Market's finicky. They want action and they want word right away. So yes, Brad Garlinghouse said, you know what? We've got some money in there, but it's not going to hurt our day-to-day. Rest of the market pops 5 to 7%. XRP still down 1%. Market wanted more reassurance for Brad Garlinghouse and Ripple Labs, and that's something that we're all going to have to pay attention to. Now, tomorrow, CPI data, 8:30 a.m. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. We're going to be live streaming it. Thank you very much for watching this video and the various supports for this channel. I greatly appreciate it. I'm going to leave you with this crypto Web3 gem right here, tailored for you by the YouTube algorithm. Until more news breaks and updates, CPI data, you cool cats have a great rest of your day.